Good morning, everyone, all the members in India, outside India. Today, from the Committee for Members in Practice, we bring to you the webinar on how RTI can be a value addition tool in the Chartered Accountants practice and how to use the practice management software in the later part of the webinar. So it is for the practice management firms. But before starting the webinar, I would like to uh, call upon the chairman of the CMP committee, CA Dr. Rohit Ruwate Agarwal ji from Jaipur, who is the chairman of the committee, for his welcome address and kindly provide the insights. What are the initiatives that has been taken care by the CMP committee? Rohit sir.
Yeah, thank you, Akhil bhai. A very good afternoon to Honorable Vice Chairman of the committee, Umesh Sharma ji. Today's speaker, Baheti ji and Parvez ji, and the tech team and my dear professional colleagues. A very good afternoon to one and all. I once again welcome you all in this series of Grow Your Practice, and it is the 12th session which we are doing since I took over the charge, and almost more than 1,000 professionals are joining in every Grow Your Practice series being organized by the Committee for Members in Practice. And we assure that till the period of 1 year, we'll be able to do 52 odd seminars, webinars on this particular various professional opportunities which are helpful in capacity building for the professionals, and aiming to target almost 5,20,000 professionals who will be getting the benefit from these certain initiatives. So today's program on RTI as a value addition tool in CA practice and practice management software for the CA practicing firms. So again, both of the topics are actually the capacity building topics. When we speak about the practice management software, I must say that the Committee for Members in Practice has done a tie-up and has built up his own practice management software with 100% ownership of the institute, and a, a learned initiative done by the committee in which our CA firms are provided at free of cost to use the practice management software. I urge to every professional firms to kindly download the practice management software given by the institute and try to use it in your office so that your office become paperless. Of course, it is difficult for us to change the way we are doing, but it is the time to change. If you really want to go ahead to save your time, to make your firm from normal firm to a smart firm, you need to invest in technologies, use the latest tools available for us. And we at the Committee for Members in Practice are committed to handhold the professional brethren, the membership at large, the CA firms, by providing various tools. Recently, we have done two tie-up along with the tie-up which are being continuously uploaded on the website of the CFP benefits. Yesterday, we launched the tie-up done with the audit software tool, that is the Any Audit tool, which is going to change the way we are doing the audit. Institute has tried to make it a reasonable, available at affordable cost to our members, and a 60% discount will be available for our CA firms to understand that how we have to do the audit using audit tools. So the manual time of doing the audit is now going to be done away. The time with the audit software is here. So Institute is there to help you all. Institute has come with the consulting app based on AI, which will be helpful for our professionals, which will provide all related informations, consultancy related to various taxes, laws, regulations, Companies Act, GST, and any law of land. And if you ask any kind of query from the AI app, from the portal, you'll get the various information which will be helpful for you in your consultancy profession. That is going to be launched in a couple of days, which will be again change the way you are working. Secondly, we are working with various new initiatives. Recently, we have done our first networking summit in Udaipur, in which more than 400 chartered accountants across the country have participated and taken the benefit of networking growth strategies, how you can use technologies in your firm, how you can make your firm smarter, how you can build various structure in your environment, pitching yourself, developing new clients, building new areas, getting opportunities, new working areas, new professional opportunities. A lot of things were there. So that was a one of its kind initiative. The flagship event by the Committee for Members in Practice was done. Then we are regularly doing Practice Ki Pathshala in Center of Excellences in Jaipur and in Hyderabad, where there is a huge demand. Every batch, the day we launch in couple of days, the batch is full. The batch for 5th to 7th July is also now live, and it is about to close in maybe a couple of days, in which we will be again doing the Practice Ki Pathshala, where there is no academic learning, but certainly the way of practice and the way of profession we are doing, it will be changed. So a lot of initiatives are there. We are coming. We are working on the audit fees criteria also. We are working in the audit utilities also, which will be provided to the professional members. We are working on the utility for the minimum fees also, which will be provided to the members in couple of by the end of the next month, so that we'll be able to know what kind of fees we need to charge and other related things. So I'll not take much of the time. Thank you again very much for your patience hearing. I urge to the fraternity, if you have any kind of suggestions, you may please share. And we have also launched a faculty empanelment for all those professionals who want to enroll themselves to become the resource person of the institute in terms of various tech tools. One is practice management software, and another one is the any audit, in which the institute will invite the members. We will give the training to our membership, and those members will go in various branches and various locations by disseminating these tools to our professional members. So we have opened the faculty empanelment form also. My request to the tech team to kindly share the link of the faculty empanelment format in the every grow your practice format, so that we regularly get these details. My request to all of them, those who have some hands-on on tech, can empanel themselves. We'll organize the program for them to train themselves, and then they will train the professional brothers and sisters. So thank you very much for your patience hearing. Over to you, Akhil Bhai.
Thank you, Chairman Rohit Ruatia ji, who is engagedly involved in the practice ki Pathshala and empanelment with the discussion with each and every software vendor. Uh, Today, we also have the Vice Chairman of the CMP committee, who is also supposed to be Vice Chairman of the AI in ICI committee, and who other can define that what the other initiatives in the AI field are there, and how AI can be incorporated in the practicing field, as Umesh sir is already using it. So I request Umesh sir to kindly give his theme address to the audience. Umesh sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks to Akhil, the AI enthusiastic, working hand to hand with us. And then thanks to Rohit Ruatia ji, chairman of our committee, the master blaster. And he is always on task. He knows what to do, what not to do, and he is putting all our committee members on fast forward mode. Yes, dear participants, this is a very important grow your practice session. As you all know, this session is one of the most important session. Whenever there is an emergency, to whom you contact? Either you contact a doctor, either you contact your insurance agent, or you contact to someone legal expert. So in case of a client, if there is an emergency that you are not getting any solution, then what is the tool that you can use? So right to information is the one of the tool that you can use, and our speaker today will help you out with the actual use cases, that how you can use right to information to resolve the queries or issues where a officer or authority is dumped or he is not able to do it. Then how to take it and how to close, which is the way the our learned speaker will take us to that area. And yes, as told by our chairman, grow your practice is the thing, and which is the most important thing for we all practicing chartered accountants, that ultimate a person needs growth. Growth maybe in his knowledge, growth maybe is in virtues, growth maybe in wealth, or growth maybe in overall infrastructure of his practice. So friends, in all aspect, this committee of members in practice is helping our members through our different CMP benefits, though it may be insurance, though maybe it be software, though it may be certain tie-ups, which will help our members to grow their practice. And for this, I wish you all a happy practicing ahead. And today it's a birth anniversary of Ahilya by Holkar, ma'am, Maharani, and we all know she was a leader who helped all the people in the society to grow. And today we have grown in your practice. So in this line, I wish you all a very happy learning, and let's connect with our speaker and resolve our issues. Over to you, Akhil. Thank you.
Thank you, Mesha. Rightly said, happy practicing. But for that, we need the right tools, and for that, we as an institute have prepared a practice management software. For that, we have been doing regular trainings, regular seminars on PMS. And today is also one of that day where we'll be understanding the practice management software diligently, and we'll see how it can be implemented in the uh, chartered accountants offices. So today we have Mr. Parvez Surani, who happens to be from the development team and of the company, who is a master trainer for these practice management software. And today we'll have insights on how to implement and how to use the software. So over to Parvez.
Thank you, Akhilji, and welcome all the members. So myself, Parvez Surani, project manager of ICI Practice Management Software at Amroth. Today, I will show you about the practice management software that ICI has launched for his practicing member free of cost to enhance operational efficiency. This PMS tool is specifically designed to cater the unique need of chartered accountant, and it is a handy tool designed to make life easier of the chartered accountant. So let me first share my screen. Okay, my screen is visible. Okay, yeah, thank you. So let me start. Just a minute. Yeah, so practice management software is launched by ICI for his practicing member. So how you can register for practice management software? So for that, you have to go to the website cacloud.ca.in. So here you will get the option to register for your firm. So you have to click on here, register here button now. So when you click on register button, you will redirected onto the registration form. So here you have to enter your membership number. Only head office in charge of firm can able to register for the PMS software. So when you enter your membership number, your FRN and all the firm detail will be auto populated over here. And next you have to click on submit button. So when you submit your request for the PMS software, within 6 hours, you will get the PMS ID and the credential of the practice management software onto your register email address. After receiving the credential, you can access the practice management software from anywhere, anytime. This is the cloud-based software, so no need to worry. You can access anytime, anywhere. And through the practice management software, you can put your office on auto mode, and you can track and manage all your day-to-day activities into the practice management software. You can also manage your office paperless. So you can track your inward and outward. And if you need any document of your client, then by one click, you can get it any document easily. You can also track and manage your invoices, your payment, your ledger, your client's ledger, all the things. The mobile application is also available. So you can also download the mobile application. So now it's time to streamline your firm. So managing and CA firm requires keeping everyone on the same page. You need one-stop practice management software that will empower your firm, your team, and your clients. It allows you to streamline the processes and work together easily and efficiently at every step of your accounting process. Practice management software offers some specific tools that let you communicate effectively, track how your time is being spent, and provide an ideal client experience so you can retain clients and grow at ease. So by using the practice management software, you can grow easily and you can manage all your office activities easily. How many modules PMS offers? So there are so many modules like task management is available, document management is available, account management, client management, communication management, employee management, email scheduler, calendar control. Every module is available into the PMS software. So let me start with first module, task management. So by using the task management, you can manage your task, subtask, and deadline. These all are very tedious job, but with the PMS, you can organize your team's workflow and make better decision and achieve more of your goals with satisfied clients. So through the task management module, you can set your recurrence task into the PMS software. So no need to start again and again the same task. Like if you start the GST work, then every monthly or every quarterly, that task we have to done for same clients. So no need to start that task again and again. Once you have defined into the PMS system, PMS will automatically start that work and notify you that you have to do this task for these clients. And you can also track the employee time sheet, like how many time employee has spent for specific client task, and what is the task status, what the progress report is there. So everything you can manage through task management. Then the document management is also available. So by using document management, you can manage your office paperless with latest security and encryption protocol. So you can manage and track all your inward and outward documents and make it available to client in just a few clicks. Allow your team to have easy and flexible document transfer and central client document repository on a secure server. You can get all your clients document at one place, and you can easily track and get your any client's document by one clicking through the PMS software. You can also tracking. You can also set the tracking system of documents for specific clients task wise. So at any point of view, a point of time, you can check how many documents is collected from the client and how many documents is still pending from client side. So you can also send the notification to your clients. So communication is also easy with your clients and employees. So document management is also available. Then the account management is also there. So through the account management, you can manage your all the account related activities smartly and simply. Manage and track every financial activity for your for multiple clients, generate automated financial reports, and collect online payments against invoices in multiple currencies through an integrated payment gateway. So into PMS, you can also configure the multi-currency. So like if your client have outside of India and you charge them into the dollar, then you can also define the currency into the PMS and charge accordingly. And you can, if you have multiple firms, then you can also add your multiple firm into the PMS, and you can create the invoices as per your requirement from any firm. So account management is there.
थोड़ा है कि charging already.
You can also get the ledgers of your clients at any time. You can get the margin information, what you have estimated for the specific client's task, and what is the actual time spent by your employee. Are you in profit or loss? So, or the margin information related, you can get the data into the PMS. Then the client management is also available. So you can manage real-time client activities on your fingertip. You can manage all client activities from your mobile. Mobile application is also available, so you can easily manage the data from the mobile application. You can also give the login to your clients, and you can generate the group-wise client login and credential. Search clients using variety of filters and generate group-wise reports, invoices, and receipt. Client management module is a key module of an accounting practice management software. It centralizes and manages all the information about your clients, making it easy to track their progress with you from start to finish. You can also communicate with your client easily. You can also send the notification time-wise to your clients. So this is the features available into the practice management software. Then the communication management is also available. So you can plan your communication process with accurate solutions. Manage, schedule, and control your team's task using the different communication modules of PMS software. So you can also set the notification on specific in time interval. So your communication becomes the very strong for your clients. And you can also send the notification timely to your clients regarding their services. Employee management is also available. So your employee also stay connected with the practice management software from anytime, anywhere. You can also assign the task to your employee anytime, and then your employee will get the notification for it, and they can work from anytime, anywhere. You can also keep your staff motivated by maintaining their databases, documents, role and hierarchy, attendance, time sheet, work report and communication at one place. So at one place, you can get your employees' timesheet, your employees' attendance, your employees' work report, and you can manage the database and his documents at one place. You can also track the login IP address of your employees, and you can stay secure from frauds and miscommunications through the practice management software. So this is all the modules available into the practice management software. We have also created the video tutorials for the members to get the educated of practice management software. So you can visit video tutorials. So here you will get all the modules videos separately, and you can also get the full video of the practice management software from here. You can also create the one-to-one session with our technical support team. So whenever you need a training session for specific module or for data configuration or data upload, so you can generate the training session from here. So at your convenient time, our technical team will call you and take your remote system and guide you thoroughly how you can use the practice management software. You can we have given the contact information over here, so you can contact at any time to our help desk number. So our executive always ready to help you, and he will solve any of your queries uh, through the remote system. You can also write us here on practice pms.helpdesk@ici.in, or you can write us on cmp@ici.in. So these all are the features available into the practice management software. A mobile application is also available, so you can download the mobile application from here, and your employee can also download the mobile application so they can work anytime, anywhere. So this is all about the practice management software. So thank you, and over to you, Akhil ji.
Thank you, Parvezi. One question from the member
Okay.
that since it is a cloud-based software and we'll be providing the client details, so what is the data security controls that we have been implemented for cloud security and everything? Because
Uh,
members are concerned about clients' data also.
There are so many security is available into the practice management software. So first is we have implemented SSL certificates, secure socket layer. It is implemented into all the members practice management software. So with that the first you can see here the connection is secure. So security is there. Then the second security feature is we are using the world's best company Microsoft Azure server. So the world's best company Microsoft already set the security features over his server, cloud server. So that is the second most secure security with us. And the third is our data is saved through the encrypted format, like bank grade security. So here you can also see the bank grade security is also available in our practice management software. So these all are security is available. So no need to worry for your data.
Right, right. So as pointed out, there are three levels of security that are implemented uh, by the PMS software. One question is, are the checklist available in or let's say company incorporation, are these sort of checklist available in the PMS, or can we provide that? Let's say we'll put in the checklist and then it can be mailed to a client. Is there any option like that?
Both option is available. We have some predefined checklist created from practice management technical team side. So if they want to go with that checklist, then they can go ahead. And if they want to create their own, then they can also create their own. So that is the dynamic. Not
Okay.
limited to fix. So they can create or they can go with predefined checklist.
Right. So I think this answers the question. With this, thank you, Parvezi, for informing the members about the TMS software and how they can start with. Of course, there are a lot of videos, and I think in the past there have been a lot of webinars that can be conducted by the CMP as well as other committees as well.
Yes.
So I urge the members, those who are interested, can go through those videos and webinars, and once implemented, it would be in the best interest. The process it would be automated, and thank you so much, Parvezi. We'll seek your services once again in near future. Thank you, Parvezi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So with this, we will now move to the second part of the today's webinar. That is the how RTI can be used as an efficient tool in the practices. So if Baheti sir, if you can start your video. Yeah. Good. That I would like to provide a brief about your profile to the members. Sir is a distinguished chartered accountant and a dedicated social servant. He is a seasoned professional with qualification such as CA, MCOM, TTL, and he has been in practice since 1990 and has significantly contributed to the professional community. He is an active member of various esteemed associations such as Maharashtra Tax Practitioner Association, AIFTP, GSTPAM, and a regular contributor to leading professional magazines and has penned insightful articles on taxation and professional practices. He also has been in some leadership roles such as he is being treasurer and president of Rotary Club in Pune, and has held key position in several charitable trusts and tax practitioner association. His dedication to social service is evident through his work with the Bharat Vikas Parishad, where he helped people provide artificial limbs to those in need through the Jaipur Foot Project. So he has been a significant contributor through RTI. He has filled numerous RTI applications addressing various public and professional interests, leading to notable improvements in public services and transparency. With this, I salute the dedication to his profession, towards the profession and the society. And with your knowledge and leadership, sir, it makes you an influential figure in the field of taxation and social service. And with this, I like you to provide your insights and how RTI can be used as a tool for practice and how it can be value addition to our practice in day-to-day lifestyle. So I once again welcome you, sir, and request you to start with the session. Baheti, sir.
Thank you, Akhilji.
Thank you, sir.
Honorary President, Vice President of ICI, Chairman CMP Committee, CA Rohitji, Vice Chairman CMP Committee, CA Umejji, Moderator of the session, CA Akhilji, and fellow participants join online for this webinar. First of all, I thank ICI for giving me an opportunity to share my views. RTI as a tool for value addition in CA practice. This preamble about the RTI. Right to Information Act is an important tool in the hands of citizens to get the information from public authority. Many times we write a letter to the public authority to perform specific function as per the law, but they just ignore the same and do not give response to us. In such a situation, use of RTI is very useful. RTI plays a very important role in bringing transparency in the functioning of public authority. But the general question raised by the Indians is that right to information is a fundamental right provided to us by the Constitution. So why there is an act to enforce right that we possess by virtue of our Constitution, Indian citizenship? If one walks into government office and demand explanation of money spent that we pay through taxes, they would ideally mock the person to leave the office without any reply. But when the same right becomes law, the public authority is bound to give answers. In the word of Manmohan Singh, legislature would ensure that benefit of growth would flow to all sections of the public, eliminate corruption, and bring concerns of common man to the heart of all process of governance. RTI law and practice study. Then,
Sir, do you wish to share the screen?
Yeah, share PPT.
Yeah. Sir, you are just let me make sure that you are co-host. I request the tech team to make Baheti sir the co-host. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now the screen is visible.
Now you can see PPT.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. RTI law and practice case study. Right to Information Act. What is it? What you can do? Why RTI 2005? The common man has the least perception about the governance at various levels. The citizen can't be empowered unless he knows how the government functions. Corruption is the main problem. Corruption accentuates the social hiatus between rich and poor, is the main cause of absence of political reform, alienates the citizen against the government. History and development of the RTI. In 1996, the draft bill was submitted to the Government of India. Tamil Nadu was the first state to introduce Right to Information Act on 17 April 1996, followed by Goa in 1997. After 5 years, Center enacted Freedom of Information Act 2002, which could not be implemented ultimately. Then Maharashtra introduced Right to Information Act in 2002. On June 15, 2005, President APJ Abdul Kalam gave his assent to the National Right to Information Bill 2005. The act became operative from 12th day of October 2005. How does corruption affect me? Well, have you ever waited for a cylinder supply? Got tired in waiting for getting your passport, securing a driving license? Have you paid excess money for school, college admission? Or waited for register of property? Or complained about the road condition? Like this, so many situations are there in day-to-day life. It affects you. But there is a hope. The RTI Act is a tool helping to ensure rights already promised in the Constitution. Article 19 is the right of freedom of speech and expression. Article 21 is right to life and liberty. Scope of RTI. Who is covered? RTI covers to whole of India. Earlier it was not covered for Jammu and Kashmir. Now it extends to whole of India. What is open to disclosure? A wide spectrum of bodies, including central and state government, Panchayat Raj institution, local bodies, NGO owned or substantially financed by the government. What is not open to the disclosure? Any information which would prejudicially affect the sovereignty and integrity of India, security, strategic, scientific, or economic interest of the state, relations with the foreign state, or lead to incitement of an offense. These four types of disclosures are not open in RTI. What bodies are not open to disclose? There are some central state government bodies that are not open to disclosure. For example, IB, RAW, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, Central Economic Intelligence Bureau, Directorate of Enforcement, Narcotic Control Bureau, Special Fund Force, Special Service Bureau, ITBP, CISF, like that. See, the exclusions are not absolute. Means this authority cannot simply say we will not provide any information. They must provide the information pertaining to allegation of corruption and violation of human rights. If there is an allegation of corruption in particular organization, that public authority is bound to share the information. Also, if there is a complaint of human right violation, there also that public authority has to share the information. Information is the oxygen that any citizen needs to live in social structure of the society and maintain its democratic balance. Now, the definition of information is very exhaustive. It covers record, opinion, memos, papers, contract, document, press release, emails, circular, advices, logbooks, reports, model, orders, samples, or data or material kept in any electronic form also. In many cases, the RTI Act is not applicable to certain organization, but there is a process to obtain information from these private bodies also. So how to obtain information of private body through public authority subject to the permission of law? Here in these cases, we can't directly ask and file RTI with the respective, say for example, private bank. Information of private bank that is always made available from RBI. Then information regarding school, you have to apply to the educational department. Information about public limited company through ROC or SEBI. Information from cooperative society through the register of cooperative society. Information about the trust through charity commissioner or assistant charity commissioner. RTI process is very simple. First, we have to identify the public authority which holds the information required by us. Then, who to submit your application within that public authority. Within the public authority office, there are different persons sitting with different portfolio. Then there you have to see which PIO is assigned to your work. Then draft a clearly focused application. Then submit your application. Application procedure is also very simple. Specify in English, Hindi, or the official language of the area that particular information you are seeking. Stating the reason for seeking information is not required. If you do not fall below the poverty line, you will have to pay a nominal fee as prescribed for your particular reason, that is as low as ₹10 to ₹20. Application form. Application form contains a simple 5-6 point. First is name of the applicant, then address, then particulars of information required. Under that, subject matter of information. The period to which information relate, you have to specify clearly. I want the information from so-and-so period to so-and-so year to so-and-so year. Then description of information also important. From that description, the PIO will decide where to transfer your application for giving information, required information to you. Then whether information required in person or by post. You can collect the information if in person if you mention there, or you can have a choice of getting the information by post. In case of post, you have to also specifically mention you have to specifically mention whether you require by registered post or ordinary post. If the applicant is below poverty line or not, that you have to say. Generally, it is for below poverty line, it is free of cost. For other applicants, ₹10 or ₹20 charges has to be paid. Where can I find the RTI related information? You can find RTI application online at rti.gov.in, then right-to-information.org, right-to-information.gov.in. Where do I submit it? For submission of RTI form, the forms have to submit it to appropriate public information officer. If you do not know the public information officer, make your application to the office concerned. For example, if you would like to know the status of your income tax refund, in the income tax, you can make the application in the following way. To the public information officer, Office of Commissioner of Income Tax, say Bodhi Tower, Pune. Simply you have to write this much, then the concerned application will go to appropriate authority. How much does an application cost? Depend on the state. For state to state, there are different charges, usually ranging from 10 rupees to 20 rupees. How much does the information cost? The cost of information depends upon the medium on which information is held, such as paper or diskette, whether in which information being requested. One important clause is there, no fee shall be recovered from below poverty line. And one more, from ordinary citizens also, if PIO fails to comply within the prescribed time limit, that is the 30 days from the date of application, then PIO cannot ask for copying charges or any fee for providing the information. how long will it take to get my information? Usually 30 days are sufficient from the date of application. Many are under the belief that RTI usually required 30 days time. You have to wait for 30 days to get the required information. But there is one more clause, that is 48 hours for information concerning the life and liberty of a person. If his information is, if application is submitted to the assistant PIO, then 5 more days you have to wait. That is, instead of 30 days, you have to wait for 35 days. If the interest of third party is involved, then you have to wait for another 10 days. That is 40 days. Why this required 40 days? Fine. PIO has to give 10 days time for requesting third party whether he wants to share his information or not. After getting application related to third party, PIO will communicate to the third party, then so and so person ask information relating to you. Whether you have any objection in providing the information, kindly inform me. So after receipt of information, PIO decides whether to share the information or not. Even if third party is denied to share the information, and if public interest outweighs, then PIO has to necessarily share the information in spite of resistance by the third party. Failure to provide information within the specified period is deemed a refusal. What are the penalty provisions? There are various penalty provisions prescribed under the statute. Every PIO is liable for fine of rupees 250 per day, up to a maximum of rupees 25,000 for not accepting application, delaying the information release without reasonable cause, unnecessarily denying the information, knowingly giving incomplete, incorrect, or misleading information, or destroying the requested information, or obstructing furnishing of information in any other manner. This penalty provision are particularly in the Act because many PIO are not interested in giving the information. They are interested in hiding the information. What else does RTI ensure? RTI, this section 4 is the soul of RTI. In section 4, there is 41A, 41B, 41C and D, 4 subclauses are there. All the public authority must routinely publish 17 categories of information, which should be updated regularly. Which should be updated regularly. Yeah, that information is the particulars of the organization. That organization has to give its particulars, various functions and duties, powers and duties of the officers and employees. Whatever number of officers employed there, their powers and duties assigned to them, this has to be published in detail by the respective public authority. Then third, more important, procedure followed for decision making. This decision making process, I have inspected so many public authorities record, Section 4 compliance. There I found this particular clause is not complied with. Why? Because there are the loopholes they kept to prolong their work. If decision making process is transparent, then you need not have to wait. You need not put any weight on paper to get the required work done. That's why decision making process is largely not defined by the public authority. Then there should be a norm set for discharge of its function. For discharging the function, some norms has to be prescribed by every public authority. That norm should be, if the work is there, and that has to be gone through 3 various officers, then time required at each stage of work has to be specifically defined and put in citizen charter like that. And that has to be compiled in hard copy as well as has to be kept on the website of that organization. Then rules, regulation, instruction, manual record held by the organization. Organization has to give details printout of rules, regulation, instruction, and various type of manual held by the organization and record kept. Why this is important? Because if this is not defined and this is not open to the public for disclosure, then there are the chances of delay in all types of work. Here I will cite the example. In Pune VAT Tribunal, I asked for Section 4 compliance file. There was no file. I asked them, what are the stages after passing of the appeal order till the getting it by the respective dealer? Then they told, we prepared the appeal order, then it goes to the registrar, then it goes to the head of department of PT, then he signs it, then it goes to JC Legal Mumbai, and then it again come back to Pune. I asked what is the time frame for each of the stages in this, but they failed to provide any answer because this RTI Act is not studied by many persons. So they don't think that this is our right to ask for the various stages, time required, and all these things. So it is very important to this 41B 3, 4, 5 clause. Procedure of decision making, norms for discharge of its function, rules, regulation, instruction. Organization has to also prescribe categories of documents held by it. Number of various type of document organization has to keep, including movement register, leave register, salary register, all this. All these things a supplement if there is a lapse in performance of the duties. So many organizations are not willing to keep this document, but it is mandatory to keep by the process of by the rule as per RTI. There should be also one more clause, arrangement for citizen consultation. For stakeholder or citizens, there should be some arrangement. If citizen has any doubt, he should be able to meet PIO and get it resolved in a hassle-free manner. If this is not there, we can definitely complain to the State Information Commissioner or Central Information Commissioner, whatever. Then details of boards, council, committees, etc. has to be prescribed. Various types of boards should be there. Then council meeting, committee meetings are there. This GST organization in the state as well as central supposed to keep a service cell meeting. Service cell meeting is provision that is taken from RTI Act. They had to call the citizen, ask any difficulties, that difficulties they had to put, then consider in that difficulty and give the appropriate solution with time-bound program. Organization has to also publish directory of officers and employees. Then monthly remuneration received by each of the officer and employee. Directory of officers and employees, why important? Because if we could not able to visit the office, we can definitely send our say through email. We can communicate through telephone. Many times these authorities say mobile is our personal property. We don't have email or email is not shareable. But this is not at all acceptable. They had to share mobile, landline number, email ID along with their designation. Monthly remuneration received by officers and employees. This has to be also a mandatory thing. And that is a section for compliance. It is a must. In Pune Information Commissioner's Office, State Information Commissioner Office, the salary of Information Commissioner and all the staff under him is widely published on a wall. This is the right example of transparency in the RTI. Monthly remuneration, why it is important? Because organization has to keep a record of presentee also. Nowadays, there is a biometric attendance. That biometric attendance, date and timing of joining also recorded. Nowadays, there is a 5 days a week. So after 5 days a week, the monthly daily schedule of work is increased by 1 to 1.5 hours. But it is rarely used for the proper work. Many officers are coming late. Biometric machine attendance get the record. There is also government GR which says that if there is absenteeism beyond this particular hour, salary should be deducted for that absenteeism. But this is also rarely filed. Manner of execution of subsidy program. This normally not required. Concession detail. Then details of material in any electronic form held by the office. Any material in the electronic form held by that office is important. Here in Pune office, I had asked for various information. It is as per section 62, then section 76. Section 62 says in GST Act, under section 61, scrutiny of return should be there. Then under section 62, that proper officer has to monitor the dealer registered under him. If he is not paying the taxes, not filing the return, he has the right to take action on that particular dealer. So it is very important. Of any sort of data in electronic form, then facilities available to the citizen. PIO has to display clearly that what type of facility available to the citizen. Waiting room should be there. Waiting hours should also be prescribed there. Then various type of PIOs, the board should be there. Board for PIO, board for appellate authority, and such other information, if government prescribe in the official gazette, that has to be also shared by the PIO. there is one more clause, section 4.1c. 4.1c is very important. It is a statement of fact. Public authority must give reason for any decision to all people who will be affected by the decision. All decisions should be published to the members of the public who can scrutinize their decision, whether they are made properly or not, so that they can object. This is under section 4.1c, statement of facts. And 4.1d, that authority has to give justification for taking a particular decision. Public authority must publish relevant facts for formulating policy, announcing decision, so that citizen can more actively engage in the policy process, scrutinize whether decisions are sound or not. How long must I wait for information? Categories under section 4. Under section 4, this is the proactive section. No time required for waiting or anything. Information structure widely published by the government. No specific application need to be made and no application fee paid. So information should be given to you immediately. You can go to any office, ask for section 4 files that should contain this clause 1 to clause 17 and all the requirement information relating to that office. Now I will share some practical example success stories. A live example of IT return filed by the renowned CA, who is also Central Council member for last 2 terms. His IT return for AY-19 was not processed due to the mistake of the department. Simply a mistake of department, manually filed return, not processed. And department is not ready to give the refund applicable there is. So this renowned CA made application to the PM portal. Under the PM portal, that application was also rejected on the ground that as per existing provision, a refund cannot be issued, and hence the complaint may be treated as disposed of. Ordinary citizen without having any knowledge of RTI will simply stop here and will not do further anything. But here is the scope of RTI. It starts here. I took that application, relevant record, and various reminder given to the department. I studied the case. I also studied the citizen charter placed on income tax website. As per the citizen charter, within 60 days from the end of the month in which communication is made, the officer has to provide answer, but it is not given. Then I moved the RTI application and asked for the process where CBDT has given guideline for processing of return if there is a fault of the department and there is no delay or error from the assessee. That PIO has refused to provide. Then I filed the first appeal. After filing first appeal, first appellate authority guided the PIO and given the direction to share the information. Then we got the information by email as well as hard copy. After taking the information, we insisted on refund. After 2-3 months, the refund is credited to the bank account of the chartered account. There is also a Tran 1 refund. Tran 1 refund was pending for last 2 years. Various departments are alleging each other that DGCI Chennai, then DGCI Delhi. There is some technical defects, so your amount cannot be credited to electronic credit ledger. So I moved the application under RTI. Also, I complained to the pgportal.gov.in. So and so refund is due to us, but it is not yet credited to our electronic credit ledger. After filing a complaint, within 2 months, we got various answers from different authorities. The complaint back amount credited electronic credit ledger of the concerned party. Then there was one small demand in income tax, AY 2001-2, and the demand came in 2020. The assessor simply surprised that what to do, how to search a record for 20 years earlier. I had given him hopes that whatever you have just given me, I'll see further. Then immediately I moved the RTI application to the concerned nodal officer, jurisdictional officer, that when the demand is served on this assessee for the assessment year so and so. The worst part is that some advanced tax challan, some LIC receipts are with the assessee, but some are missing. So assessee is not in a position to again provide some document which are missing. So we insisted for that. We have already submitted. We need not submit any document again. Then under section 7, they immediately passed the order. Section 154 rectification order was provided to us, and the demand of 84,000, which was increased to 3 lakh by adding the interest, was reduced to nil. In income tax also there are some legal heirs issue. In legal heirs case, refund was not getting credited to the legal heir in spite of adding the legal heir's name on the site. Many times a bank account validation process required 6 months to 1 year. In that case also, you have to move RTI application. You have to take the help of PG portal, public grievance portal, which are these tools to get our work resolved in hassle-free manner. In GST also, there are number of demands. One assessee received the demand because his seller has not paid the amount with him. So his ITC was disallowed. Assessee written a letter to the proper GST officer of the selling dealer. He just sent a letter. It got written through the postal authorities by having the remark ID, information delivered. So one should not simply stop here, that by sending a letter and just no response of the selling dealer who is dishonest, who has not paid his legally recovered dues of taxes. I took up the case. I written a strong letter to the proper GST officer. Then he issued a summons, insisted for summons. He issued a summons. Summons was served on the residence of this person. And then after 8-10 days, that person paid the applicable taxes and we got the credit and refund from that. There is one more case of private limited company where the company was not active, but the credit of ITC was from the company. There was a quarrel between two directors, both the directors. There was no business, no board. In this case also, the specific letter given to the company's director asking for Form J1 for VAT credit, but they had not provided. Then again reminder letter is given. Then one director has provided Form J1 through his CA, and immediately a demand of 2.4 lakhs reduced to nil. In this way, by taking the help of RTI, you can have the lot of hassle-free practice and give much more value addition to your client. Many times a GST registration of the client is rejected on flimsy ground. Very simple flimsy ground. Aadhaar card photo and this photo not matching. The address, building name is there, not there. This is not there. Your live-in license not registered, and so many things. For such flimsy ground, if you communicate the concerned officer under whom your registration is pending, they are bound to give and bound to provide GST registration. The income tax refund paid by one of the Mumbai-based client. He had paid under PMGKY 50% tax and 25% amount is paid through RBI relief bond. Unfortunately, both the challan, which tax paid 50%, got wrong minor code, and again RBI bond challan, minor code was wrong. First one, tax related challan code was corrected by the departmental officer, but the second one relating to RBI relief bond. Assessee is supposed to get a refund after 4 years, means interest-free amount that is invested in RBI bond, but he was not getting. He had written communication. He got a reply that he should approach Department of Economic Affairs. Then after preparing a suitable reply, strong letter, department sent the communication to Ghaziabad office to confirm the challan. In fact, confirmation of challan is not required, but still they had confirmed. Then I cited the example and given them, you have already confirmed that you have paid the challan, but it is under wrong code. So department is going to give credit without digging for any further evidence of taxes paid. In this way, this case took up around 12 months to get the 22 lakh refund, but this was the horrible, but in every case, it doesn't take so much time. In many cases, 1 to 2 months, you get the required this thing. Cancellation of GST registration is also cancellation of revocation of register. If some particular dealer is in financial difficulty and he could not pay the fees, then he has no option. He cannot file Form 3B. And unless he files Form 3B, his registration gets cancelled. But after getting some money recovery from debtors, if he applies to the department has no other obligation. He has to necessarily entertain and give his registration cancellation revocation, because he is going to pay the taxes and he is doing further business on that GST number. If that GST number remains inactive, there is a loss of government revenue. I written a letter to the officer, proper officer. He was not ready to do. I told him, you will be responsible for loss of revenue. You did not ask with flimsy queries and you cannot hold the registration. You cannot tell him to go in appeal, because appeal procedures require number of years, 2 years, 3 years, to 5 years also. In that case, dealer simply should not shut down his business. So that's why here also the RTI plays a very important role. There are some frequently asked questions. Who is your PIO? Your AO is your PIO in income tax. If you file your application with another PIO, he has to transfer it to relevant PIO as per provision of Section 6.3. Can I ask why my refund pending? RTI Act, this is very important. RTI is not a grievance solving procedure, but it is a information getting procedure. First, you have to utilize your grievance solving mechanism. Then only you should move the RTI application. For solving grievance, you have to make specific complaint to the respective JAO. Then, if he do not work at all, then you can move RTI application asking the status of your grievance letter. Please provide information that my refund so-and-so process, dispatch, or return from the assessed address. You should not ask why my refund is not processed. It is advisable to give a request rather than to make a grievance. Can CA make application on behalf of client? No, CA cannot apply on behalf of assessee. RTI application should always be moved by the assessee himself. However, CA can represent in the course of hearing before the PI. Can I file single RTI for multiple years of refund? Yes, the answer is yes. Because even though multiple years are refund, the PAN number is same. Jurisdictional officer, public information officer is also same. So specific RTI containing details of specific AY, this could be filed. There are some frequently asked questions in the RTI. The RTI Act will be very costly to implement. If we recognize that this is the fundamental right, then this is the necessary cost. We said the Act is successful in raising accountability, then the financial and economic saving would many times be greater. The officers will be misused. The RTI Act will provide only truth. How can that truth be misused? Officers will be blackmailed. One can only be blackmailed if information is privileged. Here the information will be available to all and even put up on the website also. Others will be blackmailed. Besides, only those who have done something wrong can be blackmailed. In that case, RTI will be a deterrent on such illegal practices. There will be a lot of frivolous application. This has not been the experience. Besides, there is a cost that should discourage this. People should be allowed to ask for information regarding themselves only. In a democracy, every individual has right to know how the government is functioning. Besides, as a taxpayer, we have a right to know our money, where our money is being spent. Civil servant has to make decision under many pressure and public will not understand this. The possibility of exposure will inhibit the legitimate pressure. Besides, action against civil service still going to be difficult. There is a rider clause in the RTI. That rider clause is there. Whatever information that is available to the MPs and MLA, that should be made available to every Indian citizen. So the file noting in the Mantralaya, file noting in the Parliament, these are the properties. This can be asked for access by the ordinary citizens also. I had gone to Mantralaya in Mumbai, in Maharashtra state. There I asked certain information from financial department. and they had provided the information. Only thing is that before going to this remote place, we have to just ask them the date of hearing, then time for hearing. It's better to put a letter asking for that. I want to visit, I want certain information. Please inform me suitable date and timing so that I can visit, I can select the information, I can take out. So this facility also available there. There is one important procedure, inspection. Through RTI, inspection can be done. Because in many cases, PIO simply refuses the RTI application by saying that information called for is very vast and we have to divert so many resources to provide the information. In that case, we can simply tell them, we want inspection of the pen. We will select the record and you provide copies of that much selected record. So this is possible. For taking inspection of section 4, no charges are payable. But for taking other inspection, you have to apply simply on plain paper, asking, showing your intention to get particular file. You have to give reference of that particular paper. Then you can access that information by taking prior permission, prior appointment, date, timing, all these things. Here in Pune, I asked for information of one fraudulent dealer. He was registered under VAT from 2005 but in between the GST came in 2017. He was also migrated to GST. In VAT regime, this dealer has not paid more than 1 crore rupees, but still he got automatic migration through the process in a GST. And GST also, he has done the same thing. He had sold the good, recovered the GST, but not paid in the government treasury. But through these selling tactics, our client's ITC got dissolved. So I made an application to that concerned dealer. I want to inspect record relating to this. In that case, I got to know that VAT refund was pending. Still, he had applied for GST, he got GST. He has recovered lots of money kept in his pocket and not paid them. So this type of malpractices can be caught with the help of RTI. If noting, this is regarding noting, file noting. If notings are made public, official will not render an honest advice. This might happen in few cases, but most cases, officers will render type of advice that bear of public scrutiny. These are the RTI website. I think I already covered. Don't be afraid to take one large step because you can't cross a chasm in two small leaps. David Lloyd George. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. This is the format of online application. In RTI, you can do online application. This is from the RTI site. You can go to onlinerti.gov.in. Then you can select the appropriate department. Then select the public authority. Then you have to fill that particular name, address, and all these things. Submit the application with credit card, then GPay, or any other electronic mode. You will immediately get the acknowledgement. So By use of computers, by sitting in your own office, you can move RTI application and save your valuable time. Thank you. Now I would invite if there are some questions from the participants.
Yes, sir. There are a few questions which have been raised by the participants. Like, is it necessary for the applicant to establish a nexus with the subject matter for getting RTI information? That is, can the information officer deny that this information requested by you has no relation with the applicant, or there is I mean, you are not an interested party for an information. On the basis of this, the information can it be denied, sir?
No, it cannot be denied. Only in case of third party. Now there is like one adverse judgment. In case of third party, you have to provide some reference, relevance you have to provide. Otherwise, RTI prescribed that there should not be any reason for making the RTI. That is there. If third party is also in public domain, then still he cannot deny the information. PIO cannot deny it.
Okay, even then also they cannot.
If he is a fraudulent, he has recovered the dues, not paid the taxes, you can ask the information.
Okay, sir. There is one more question.
Yeah.
Under CIC appeal, it was instructed by CIC to the DM, that is collector, concerned to provide the information to the RTI applicant. DM then further instructed the SDM to provide the information, but neither the DM or the SDM, nobody provided the information. In this particular case, what can be done, as CIC has ordered them to provide the information, but yet they haven't provided. So what future course of action can be taken?
Okay. If CIC has given order and still the information is not provided, then there is no remedy but to only approach to the High Court.
Okay.
Then there is only remedy to approach.
I mean, High Court applies cause, that is a separate thing.
Yeah.
Okay. If the PIO says that the information sought is not kept in a codified format, so information cannot be furnished. How to proceed with this?
Codified format.
Yeah, I mean, the information that you required.
In particular format you require, then he is not bound to. That is right to some extent, but if the nature of information is such that it has to be kept ready for higher officer or for government record, then that has to be provided. Suppose you ask for number of defaulter and amount per defaulter. So number of defaulters they have to necessarily provide, because they are supposed to keep check on defaulter.
Okay. Okay, sir. One question that in the session also you told that GST registration was cancelled, or it was I mean, the registration application was rejected on the basis of documents incomplete and so and so.
Yeah.
So what was the RTI format that was used, and what was the format, because it is of very keen interest to many chartered accountants?
Yeah. There is no such format, but you have to apply your out-of-box mind, means tactical situation in that case. You can simply ask them how many registration you have given so far. And there was no such case in giving. Suppose he has provided 40-50 registration and only one case or 4-5 cases are rejected. In that case, the same this photo is not displaying or some document is not seen, whether the same things are there or not.
Okay.
If you are the regular RTI filer, na, then they don't ask you any question. They simply say that if we do not provide registration, he will move RTI and do something. Then automatically it gets converted.
Okay. Okay. A few questions, sir. What
Yeah.
action can be taken if public authorities fail to update the suo motu information and regular updates as mandated by Section 4 of the ITI? And no information boards are updated in many departments. And I mean, what is the course of action in that case?
Yeah, this is the situation all over India. Yeah, in Maharashtra also the same situation is there. Here, it is the duty of our Sajak, means alert citizen, to just visit there, to make a complaint to the State Information Commissioner or Central Information Commissioner, whosoever in charge of, and make a complaint under Section 67 that Section 4 proactive disclosure are not complied by the PIO. Then Information Commissioner issues a notice to them, may levy fine also.
Okay.
In Pune, I had done so. In Assistant Register of Firm office is there. In Bandra, main office there, Register of Firm. In Pune, Assistant Register of Firms is there. I forgot to mention one point in Section 41A. Section 41A mandate that there should be a cataloging of document and indexing of the document. So whatever document held by that public authority has to be cataloged serially, and that is to be indexed so as to get easy retrieval of that particular document when needed. So that is also not done by many authority. Here, in case of Assistant Register of Firm, there was a dust and all these things are there. If and there was some six district work is there, and SSC comes from so many 6-7 hours distance, and they get desperate without getting any all these things. So in that case, I moved a complaint with Information Commissioner. Then hearing was kept. Then they removed all the dust. Then catalog done, indexing done. They prepared Section 4 file, and they started biometric attendance. Again, after some years, biometric attendance was removed, or that machine get faulty. Like, so this happens, but you have to be alert and you have to make complaint. Then somewhat, yeah. Yeah. In your earlier question, in case of CCIS, application can be made to the governor or president with supporting document. This is one more evidence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, we requested for an information and it was refused. So how can we use the inspection provisions under the RTI?
Inspection provision, even no RTI need not be made. You can simply write a letter by affixing ₹10 court fee stamp or postal order or like that. In case of central government, postal order. In case of state government, court fee stamp will suffice. And you can ask for date and timing to inspect the record. So that respective PIO keep ready all these things. You can inspect it. You can carry pencil. First 1 hour is free for inspection. Then for next half an hour, the ₹10, ₹20 charges are there that you have to.
Okay, sir, one more request. If you have anything else to share, otherwise you can stop sharing the screen.
There is also a Service Guarantee Act in various states passed by the respective state. In Maharashtra is there, even other states are there. So we can make use of Service Guarantee Act. We can also make use of pgportal.gov.in. If particular PIO says record is not available, not traceable, In Marathi they said आढळ होत नाही, means not traceable. In that case, Central Public Record Act is there, 1993, but the rules are framed in 1997. So from 1997, it was applicable. As per Public Record Act, they had to bifurcate the records in A, B, C category. How long? A category, more years, then B category, little less year, and C. They has to also provide a policy for destroy of record, which are no more relevant, because if number of years record you are going to keep, there will be no space to keep the record. So removal destroy policy also should be there, and that has to be properly minuted, taking reasons and then citing out the year, so and so they are destroying.
Okay. Sir, we requested for information, and the PIO said it is too vast to be supplied to, I mean, to supply the information, so we cannot provide.
Yeah,
Can it
too
be
vast.
a ground to deny?
No, this I have explained. Again, I will explain. If information is so vast, then he should allow inspection of file. And
Okay.
from inspection, you can select the required information and ask, pay the charges and ask the copies. Even PIO has to provide, and he has to mention, put the stamp, information given under RTI Act, and you can use it as evidence in court of laws.
Mhm. Sure, sir, sure. One thing, whether we can ask for the GST officer that, let's say there is a particular officer in a particular ward, and we want to know what are the assessments that he has dropped and on which assessment he has made a demand. A detailed sheet for that particular officer, can this be demanded?
No, this type cannot be asked, but you can ask how many dealers have not paid this. You can list, ask for list of outstanding amount,
Okay.
number of dealers and amount outstanding. And if you have sure information of particular dealer, then definitely it comes under public domain and you can ask for inspection of that particular dealer also in that case.
Okay.
One more important incident I will share. There was some MIDC land which was encroached by the builder, and unofficial connection, electricity connection was given. So one client's machines were there, other document, purchase record, sales record was there, and there was suddenly encroachment happened in that particular year, 10 years before. And he lost all the record. The case was pending with the tribunal, and tribunal required evidence that how record lost and all this thing. Then in that case, you have to do some out of box thinking, that because in this case his interest, he cannot make directly application. Why? Because he has not taken leave and license. He has simply unofficial rent, then unofficial electricity and all these things there. In this case, we can ask public authority. Here in this case, I moved application to the MIDC asking for how much expenditure was made on encroachment, so and so year, so and so month, how many encroachment are there, how much expenditure incurred, how much police force was put up, and how much was recovered from the defaulter or the concerned person. Here we got the proof. By submitting that proof, his case resolved under the VAT tribunal. So many times you have to think and you may get solutions, different solutions.
Okay, sir. Let me check whether there are any more questions. What is the time limit for disposal of complaints at each level of IO? What post of information officer at levels particularly of CIC itself are vacant. Okay, posts of IO are vacant in CIC and appeals are pending for many years. What is the remedy for applicants other than waiting?
Other than waiting. In this case, really there are a lot of vacancies in CIC office. Means many CIC posts are not filled up.
Yeah,
And
so
one
we just want to know
in
that
the
how
High
to
Court,
escalate the matter.
in the High Court, one petition is also pending there
Okay. For filing of
regarding
CIC.
giving direction to the government to fill up the post of CIC and to dispose of the appeal at the earliest.
Okay.
One more point I will share. You can use this RTI in RERA appeal in all these things. If your RERA permission is not given earlier or denied, you can ask for reason. You can know the merits of the case. And all. Even in NCLT, ROC has to report. If you are not filed return for so many years, annual return, annual account with ROC, then your case goes to NCLT. A petition has to be filed. Then in that case, ROC has to give a report. Many times ROC didn't submit the report. Then we can move application to the ROC, RTI application. In that case, it gets sped up.
Okay.
And your NCLT petition gets easier.
So it's sometimes used as a tactic to get the work done rather than getting the information.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Means really we are solving our grievance, but by way of request, by a valid process of law. Yes. And at nominal cost. It is very easy to get the work done in few hours or few months rather than waiting for appeal. In income tax appeals also you have to wait for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Many rectification are pending, but professionals are not using RTI with the deterrence that officer will do something against him. With this deterrent should not be there, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, what are the remedies available if client documents are submitted to department are misplaced or declared untraceable, like you said in Marathi, and the client do not have other copies to resubmit to them?
No,
Then
once the client has published the relevant document against his claim, then he need not resubmit. Just I have quoted that 2001-2 incidents, AY 2001-2, manual filing was there. He has submitted LIC receipts, advance tax challenge, self-assessment. And if he is not he has not preserved this document right now, then still he is not required to submit, because once he has submitted.
Okay. Sir, one problem that is being faced is that we applied for cancellation of GST registration 1 year back. Now it was kept pending by them for 1 year. The client, since it was suspended, so they were not required to file the GST returns. Now they ask for clarification that why you want to close so and so, and you know what they do. So then thereafter, 1 year later, they reject our application for cancellation. Now what bring us to day zero, that we have to file one whole year returns, and the cancellation can be maximum be applied 30 days back. So for all those 11 months, 12 months, what we have to do is to file return, give late fees penalty and everything. What is the course of action in this case, sir?
In this case, if revocation of application procedure, if nothing is defined, then they are bound to dispose of within a reasonable time. You have to write a letter. You can simply ask, we are ready to pay. We are ready with the funds along with interest we can pay. And after giving that application, you're after taking acknowledgement, if they are not doing, you're not bound to give further interest or penalty in that case, because it is their fault. They had to define a time frame within which they had to cancel
Dispose
the
the
revocation
application.
of application.
Hmm.
You ask under section 4 requirements, Miss, I've given a 4.1b 3.4.5. Decision-making process, norms prescribed for discharge of its function, and procedure.
Okay.
If that procedure is not defined in their citizen charter, then you can pass on the blame to them, and you need not pay that applicable interest penalty in all this.
Okay.
Because this is the very simple procedure. You are short of fund, you have not filed return. Now you have the fund, you are going to file the return.
Okay. Sir, any government department, any government authority, everything is covered under RTI, or there are a few exceptions which are not covered, like army and everything?
Right now, this one, DGIT investigation is not covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
DGGI investigation is not under.
DGCI investigation is not covered. But in Pune, they are just collecting the application online and sending to the respective PL for disposal. Yeah, in disposal. In DGCI also, you can ask for final outcome, but you cannot ask details of investigation and steps involved like that.
Okay.
But if there is a public interest outweighs, then only final outcome still you can ask. And if you have sufficient ground, then you can definitely challenge and
Right, sir. So I don't see any further questions from the participants.
yeah.
So I think it was a wonderful session, sir. Even for me, this was the first time that I came to know that these all tactics can be followed for practicing chartered accountant to get their work done by tips and twists. We also had the pleasure of Parvez sir to provide us the details of practice management software. There are a few questions related to PMS also, sir. If you are okay, we can ask.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, they are saying that CA firm requirement is there. There are a lot of professionals who are practicing in individual name. So, is it available only to CA firms, or is it available to all the practicing people?
No, it is available for all practicing member.
Okay. So, even if you don't have a FRN, you can also apply for this
No,
registration
without
of.
FRN, they can't register.
Okay, without FRN, they cannot register. That is the only issue, because many practitioners who don't practice in the name of firms like and associates and company, they just practice like I practice. Let's, for an example, suppose that I practice only in the name of Akhil Bachuri Chartered Accountant. That's it. They
Okay.
don't have FRN. In that case, there might be an issue. So let's hear out from the CMP committee. They may decide to keep it otherwise also. Or I think FRN is there for practicing also. But for PMS, there were a few more. Yeah, they people are asking for practical session. I think there are already many practical session available in the video form in the website itself, right, sir?
Yes, and
So,
they can also schedule the one-to-one meeting with our support executive team.
yeah, they can also provide you one-to-one instead of general public webinar. So, thank you, Parvez sir. Thank you, Baheti sir, for your gracious time. And we hope to see you all again on another day for similar topics. And I thank you all.
opportunity.
Thank you all the participants for joining the session. On behalf of Committee for Members in Practice, we sign off today. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.